Nobody knew what was happening. We just knew there was an incident at that time. And at that time, we also heard the cops coming in.
A man armed with a knife claiming to have a bomb, holding 2 people hostage in a South Fort Myers bank.
I know you're going through a lot, but this isn't going to make what you're going through any easier.
Hostage negotiators trying to talk down the man.
At one point during negotiations, he became physical.
Snipers forced to take a shot after he holds a knife to a hostage's throat.
When he presented deadly force like that, our SWAT sniper shot and killed the suspect.
That SWAT sniper killed the man before he could hurt either hostage. Thank you for watching NBC2. I'm Peter Bush.
And I'm Kelly Burns. Now, we have just confirmed the name of the suspect, Sterling Avalache. He has a lengthy criminal history in Charlotte County, including aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and weapons charges. NBC2 has team coverage from the Bank of America outside the Bell Tower shops in South Fort Myers. Alicia and Gary talked to witnesses trapped inside the bank during the standoff.
But first, NBC2 Sarah Metz is walking us through what went down inside.
Yeah, Peter, Kelly, as you can see, the sheriff's office is still out here investigating exactly what occurred just after 11 this morning. Now, the sheriff tells us it was an initial call for a bank robbery. And then when the sheriff's office arrived and all the deputies started heading inside, they saw a swarm of people going outside of the bank. But it was when that man immediately then took a knife to the neck of one of those hostages. That's when they took action. And Sheriff Carmine Marcino says at that very moment, the hostage, or the time that he put the knife to the neck of one of those hostages, is when one of the SWAT team snipers shot and killed Sterling Avalache. Now, Sheriff Carmine Marcino says Avalache even mentioned at one point he had a bomb. He says his team's quick actions is what saved those hostages and everyone inside the bank.
I'm proud to say that both hostages are safe. So their safety was paramount. Both came out safely. This is a very fresh scene. It's just happening. We were here minutes after this happened. All hands on deck. This is exactly what we will not tolerate.
Now, again, those 2 hostages are safe and Avalache is dead. And the sheriff says that the SWAT team member who ended up shooting and killing Avalache, he's on administrative leave, which is normal protocol at this very moment. Now, NBC2's Elise Chengri is on the other side of the bank after she has been talking with witnesses inside the bank all day long. Elise?
I've been speaking with witnesses throughout the afternoon. As a matter of fact, we were one of the first news crews that were here on scene. And when we got here, we could describe it as basically chaos. There was FBI here, SWAT teams. The helicopter was circling, and you can still see that deputies are on scene right now. And throughout the day, I've been speaking with those witnesses who tell us just how scary it was to be inside. They also tell me that they moved fast when they realized their lives were in danger. Take a listen.
Went to work, normal day. Didn't hear anything, and then one of our coworkers called and said, "There's cops outside the office."
Before he knew it, he saw deputies, flashing lights, and a helicopter flying above the Bank of America office building.
It wasn't until the police came and started banging on doors that we realized that it was something more serious than just someone coming in and threatening to rob the bank.
Brett Sands tells me he's worked inside this building for more than a decade. He's an engineer who works on the 5th floor for a private consulting firm. I asked Sands if he thinks he's still in shock with what happened here today, and if it'll settle in more once he gets home to realize what all went down inside his work building.
It's a good point. I haven't thought about that yet. But maybe when I get home and I think about it a little more, maybe it will be. I'm interested to hear exactly what. I mean, I understand that a sniper, that a sheriff's office sniper actually took the accused out. I haven't heard any more details on that, but yeah, it's surprising when something like this happens that's this close to you.
And we have since learned that that man that was killed is Sterling Avalachi. And now that other man that you just heard from, that last witness, he tells me he, along with other witnesses, actually had to Uber home because you still see all of this yellow tape here. So many of their cars, which you can still see right now, are being blocked off in this parking lot. And they said that they were not allowed to go past this yellow tape to get to their vehicles. And now I know that property management, they just left a short time ago. I was speaking with them. They tell me they're getting a lot of texts and phone calls of people asking if the building is open. I'm being told that the building remains closed for the rest of today, and it'll most likely be closed for all of tomorrow as well. Live here in Lee County, Elise Chingari, NBC2.